Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nickness, and in this video I'm going to be telling you guys exactly my expectation versus my reality in marriage. Leave my video please. When I got married, I had this expectation that when I get married I would just lay in bed with my husband. I was of this expectation that we must sleep in each other's arms every day. I got married to a man who wouldn't let you touch him while you sleep. That was my reality. And on days when we eventually find time to cuddle, boom, 2 minutes later, something is already touching me behind my back. So my reality was cut short to never ever cuddle unless you want something. So while we were dating, I've always appeared to be like the spirit cocoa of the relationship. I've always been the person who looks more spiritual, who is always praying, who is always very, very spiritual. And I've always felt like I'm going to be the one who is going to take over the mantle of spirituality in this marriage. I was ready to take up the challenge of being the most spiritual person in the relationship. But when we got married, my expectation became wrong, and he became like the very spiritual man I never knew he was. He even took over the home. He just changed everything. Even when I started giving birth and I started slacking in some things, he just became the spiritual head of the home. That was my expectation beat down by reality. Another what I ordered versus what I got is that while we were dating, my husband would give me attention. We usually chat, and he will chat so much with me, asking me of my realities, my dreams, my visions, and all that. Then when we married, he would just be on his phone and expect us to have conversations that way, which was a no for me. So my expectation was that the way he was giving me attention over the phone, like we chatted so much and we talked about a lot of things, that in reality we're going to know each other, talk to each other, be on each other's case, talk to each other face to face. But my reality was that he always loved touching his phone even when you're having conversation. So there was nothing like drop your phone, let's have this conversation. We had to fight over it over and over and over before we started having like a little reality of having a conversation without having a phone interrupt. Another what I ordered versus what I got is that while we were dating, my husband literally never gives me money. And even when I ask, he will be like God will provide or something of such stuff. Because of the way he was behaving, I felt like he was stingy and never ever would give me money when we get married. At some point I wanted to even end the relationship just because of that, but because I saw that he truly loved me and he will just give me money once in a while or gift me when I needed it, I decided to continue. But while we got married, this man would give me money without me asking, and he would never want to know what I did with the money. Even if I try explaining, like, you gave me 5,000 naira and I bought this, he will be like, did I ask you? Why are you explaining? Stuff like that. And it was really beyond what I ordered. Like, I never ever expected that this man was going to be that nice in marriage. I was like, oh, I'm a woman with my own money, even if he doesn't give me, but I'm sure he will provide for his home and stuff like that. But what I ordered became different. He became entirely the whole source of my finance and all that good stuff. So sometimes what we expect are not really what we get as a reality. Another thing I ordered versus what I got was that as a young girl growing up, I never ever saw my dad help my mom in the kitchen. I never ever saw my dad do anything in the kitchen while my mom was in the kitchen. My dad was always seated at the parlor watching the movie, and my mom sweats away in the kitchen. So that was never ever part of my expectation, that I would get a man that will ever help me in the kitchen. So that was even not part of my expectation. So when I got my husband, my reality became that he was a man that knew how to cook and wanted to cook. He was a man that was ready to help me in the kitchen. He would never ever for one day sit in the parlor while I sweat away in the kitchen. If he was in the parlor and I was in the kitchen, then he's definitely helping me hold the baby. That is the only reason to explain why he was sitting at the parlor while I'm inside the kitchen. My expectation was that men don't help their wives until I got a man who was willing to really help you. And I felt like this is amazing. Like, this is my reality and I love the reality. What I ordered again versus my reality is, while we were dating or when I was single, I thought that sex was going to be an everyday thing. Like, every day I was so eager to experience that and be like, every day I'm having sex, every day I want sex. Like, that was what I just imagined in my head. I just felt like sex was supposed to be an everyday thing. But my reality, I don't even want to hear of that. Like, I don't even want sex to be something of every week. If it's possible for me, I don't want sex to be an every month thing. This is my reality, but I expected it should be an everyday thing. But when I got into it, I'm like, I don't want sex to be an everyday thing, especially when I'm pregnant. I don't even want sex to be an every month thing. Let's just like once in a 2 month thing or something like that. Another thing I ordered versus what I got is that while we were dating, I and my husband agreed that we're not going to have any kids in the first year of our marriage, and that was because I was in school and hubby wanted me to concentrate. 2 months down the line, pressure started coming in. People started asking questions, and I was like, no, I want kids right now. I don't want to wait. I don't want to be there. I don't want to wait. Just give me kids or I die. What I ordered versus what I got again. When I was about getting married, I and hubby agreed that we were going to have 4 kids. And when I was done giving birth to the second one, my reality is that I don't want no more. I want no more kids. Versus what I got lastly, I wanted a man who is sociable, a man who is funny.
See my white one.
Which white? What's white? Please.
Don't touch me.
What I ordered versus what I got. Socialist man, always scared of the camera. See, imagine white. What is white that cannot wash?
Leave me alone. See.
Go and wash it, dry cleaner. So we finally come to the end of this video. I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you. See you in my next one.